Good evening, everyone. In this week, we're continuing our excitement, our passion, our motivation to grow and to obviously gain more traction on our spiritual path. And in this week, like we learn every week, you have a beautiful awakening that comes to us. The portion of this week is typically been read two portions in the same week, but because it's a leap year, we separate those portions. Vayakhel, Pikudei. Vayakhel is the gathering, and what does it mean for our life? And again, I guess in this year, because it's a leap year, we read them separately. So apparently, we need to connect as a capsule to this energy this year, this time. Why? Let's see. Let's see why. The one point I can say is that Vayakhel is coming, and the Creator asked Moses, let's gather the troops, let's gather the people. Gather the people. He gathered the people, but he gathered also the people who can rebuild the Mishkan, which is the tabernacle, with the people that were engaged, with Erev Rav. Now we're not going to talk about that, but I want to talk about the idea of the togetherness, the Vayakhel, the community. Now you see in Vayakhel, he says that you gather all the people. Think about it. When you have a community, or let's say you are part of a community, right? Do you really know all your community? If I don't know each one of them, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to insert myself. I need to know exactly what they have in the bank account, what's their resume, who they were married before, who they got. No. When you come to a community, you don't check one by one, right? You insert yourself in the concept of community. Depend, of course, what the community is all about, what the gathering is all about, why we brought everybody together, right? So even let's say, for example, even if I'm gathering few mentors together to help support level 1 Kabbalah, right? I know the people, but not all the mentors are people that I know closely and exactly and all. But when we come together, the goal, the togetherness allowed the goal to happen. Right? The goal, let's say for example, Kabbalah 1, we're supporting the students in Kabbalah 1, right? So, makes no difference who the person is, right? For the instant, of course you care, but when we are together, we become one unit. When do we start separating or not having that unit? When we start looking at each other. That's my community? Are you in a Kabbalah community? Really? Look at this. And you start looking and seeing the bad in people, right? When you start looking, you get closer to the community, you realize, it's not that special, right? As a whole, as in the beginning, I was fascinated by that. But now, as I get closer, I even see my teacher is not, there's other better teachers, right? Oh, maybe I should have that teacher. Maybe all of a sudden you have an opinion. I'm not saying no. But that is not Vayakhel. Vayakhel is the same numerical value as the word mikveh. Mikveh, we know, in the holy, sacred, spiritual bath, right? Spiritual mikveh as well. But we know, what is mikveh? It's like, it says that one of the rules of the mikveh that if one hair sticks out of the water, it doesn't work. Mikveh is a pool for cleansing. It's a pure water that comes directly from the rain or from the ground. Long story short, when you enter to the mikveh, even if one hair sticks out, it's as if you disqualified from cleansing. Yeah, but I did everything, just one hair. Why are you so meticulous? This tool, one hair sticks out, you don't get the benefit. A lot of us wants the benefit of the community, the Kabbalah community, but we are one leg here, one hair there, one thought there. What's the problem? Majority of my time I spend with the Kabbalah. I'm giving everything to a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, I like this and I like that, and I also like the Kabbalah community. I'm not saying everybody has to be and all gung-ho about it. If each one of us, as the process grow, as you evolve, as you grow spiritually, at some point, if you don't see the benefit of being there, what's the point? Right? What's the point of coming? What's the point of doing? If you know, it's okay. If you do, find out what stops you from fully engage in the water. That is Vayakel. This is what you want to find. The tools that I want to speak about is one verse that comes to me, and it's important for us to understand the depth of it. It's a sentence. The sentence we're going to speak about is 5 words. The words are Da lifnei mi ata omed. Da lifnei mi ata omed. Literally mean, you should know who is in front of you or who you stand in front of. Right? Da lifnei mi ata omed. Know who you stand in front of. If I'm taking that sentence and explain to you what it means, it takes us to a deeper place within us. But before that, I need to understand the gift of this week, because obviously we received Vayakel by itself. Usually it's with the other portion, right? A different energy. This meant to be a very focused week energy. Right? And in this week, this is what I'm asking for myself. Da lifnei mi ata omed. I want to know who I'm standing in front of. So for example, we're all checking all the time. But what are we checking? Right? We're checking resume, we're checking Google, we're checking this, who is the person that I'm going to talk to, I'm going to meet a new person, all kinds of things people do. Right? Background check and all of those things. Right? In this week, the Creator asked Moses, take these people, they call it, and make the ark again, right? Make the Mishkan again. And then he says, the verse came, Vayas Betzalel. He chose a person named Betzalel. That says, that was his name. When he says, Vayas Betzalel et Aaron, and Betzalel created the Mishkan, the Aaron, the Mishkan HaEdut, the ark, or what we call the tabernacle. And the Baal Shem Tov says, why Betzalel? Why the name Betzalel? בשביל ששם צילו של שם הקדוש ברוך הוא בין שני הכרובים. The name Betzalel, it's Betzel El, in the shadow of the Creator. Kel is the Creator. Because in his name is indicating that person were the almost like the shadow of the Creator. That's what it means, his name. And he says that because the Creator, who ben Shnei HaKruvim, there were angels on the ark or on the Mishkan, and the Creator was right there between them. He says, because when you create that vessel, when you create the ark or when you create the Mishkan, he says, "V'yesh bakli sechel ne'etzal me'aoman." So he says, the Baal Shem Tov says, let's say for example, you seen a piece of art, right? A painting, right? Now you don't know the painter, but then as soon as you start realizing it's Van Gogh, whatever the famous art painting, you realize, oh wow, that's him? Wow. In the beginning, maybe, again, for those of you who love painting and all of that, so in the beginning it's like, wait. I don't understand that. As soon as you say who is the artist, boom. Unbelievable. Right? You know, typically sometimes you're going to see clothing that you don't like, and then when you hear that's like a brand or a designer clothing, you say, oh wow, really? Oh, that's the fashion? Okay, I can convince myself, right? Same thing with us. What it says here, when we realize what does Betzalel mean, if you know that Betzalel is the shadow of the Creator creating that, of course, when you're looking at the ark, it says, it's not Betzalel who did it, it's the Creator did it, right? And that is the idea. So when we're looking at what is being built, or the Mishkan, it's obviously, it's indication of what is the artist is all about. Let's go back to the discussion that I share with you. And I literally want to share it every year about it, you know. Most of the chaos that people have in life, the world have, is because of that lack in consciousness of this particular consciousness. So how does it work? It says the word da. Da, you should know. Da represent da'at, which is muda'ut, which is consciousness. First lesson is very important. In order for me to influence in this world, I need to have that particular consciousness. Only through consciousness, depend what type of consciousness, of course, but only through consciousness I'm influencing the world. Doing an action without consciousness, it might be influencing, but have no legs to continue. It's done. There's no movement after that. With consciousness, with the right consciousness, let me put it, be exact, right? With the right consciousness, for every moment of your day, you cannot influence, because influence is not just today, I drink water, right? I'm influenced, but it's over when I finish drinking, right? And then it stops. I would need it later on again. That is influence without consciousness, only by physical things. So obviously, da is an indication that one need to know the consciousness for everything that they do. Everything that they do. What type of consciousness? We're going to take the word da, these two letters, da, and we're going to switch the letter. It says that when we performing a wedding, it says you have to build binyan adei ad. Ad is eternal. Ad is immortal. Ad means endless. right? They add until an infinite. The same word, da, is consciousness. The ad, meaning endless. So one, already here with these two ideas. First is, I need consciousness. Second is, I need to have the consciousness of the endless. I can, but better for me not to start thinking in a finite way, in a limited way, in a fragmented way. I need to have consciousness of endless. And how long do you want to be a channel of the light? Moment? Endless channel of the light. Because imagine, a cup can only fill up that cup, and then you have to pour it, right? But if I open a pipe, if I open a hole over here, it creates a pipe. It's endless sharing. So you need to transform yourself to an endless sharer, endless influencer. Not like, wow, do you like what I did? Okay, let me rest. Let's see what's happening. Oh, no, keep going. Move forward. Then you take the same word, ad, you change the dots. The dots represent wisdom, right? And we know that you want to become ed. Ed mean witness, observer. You need to learn to be an observer and not getting involved. Don't insert yourself, right? Don't insert yourself in everything. Sometimes you need to be an observer. Sometimes you just need to witness a situation, right? What is it? When they take a witness in a court, right? They take a witness. What is the witness? Witness doesn't inject their own. Listen. So the lawyer says, did you see if they drop off the package over here or over here? The witness says, listen, I saw him putting it over here, but then he might thinking that and the judge will say, excuse me, nobody asked for your opinion. Tell me what you saw. Yeah, I saw him dropping the box over here and leave. That's it. A witness is not getting involved. Allow the light to flow. But don't inject your own opinion. That's the consciousness we want to have. Then, he says, da lifnei. Lifnei is before who you're standing, right? Before, right? In front of, lifnei. Like let's say, for example, stand in front of me, right? Stand in front of me, that's ta'amod lefanai, stand in front of me. We learn from last week, when Moses said, panim el panim. Lifnei is, of course, in front of or to his face, but it's also the word internal, lepnei, lifnei, lepnim, to inside. Right? One need to understand. What do I need to see? What do I need to witness? The internal struggle, the internal reasons, the internal desire, the internal awakening. Then act in a smarter way. So first of all, connect internally, then much more powerful. Then he says, lifnei mi, who? Who? Me is who? Because, let's say you're standing in front of people, right? I said before, you're in the congregation. You're going to ask, somehow it's like somebody comes and tell you something in the community. Let's say somebody come and offer an opinion to you. Right away in your mind, there is a thought of like, miata, who are you? Right? Who are you to tell me this? Who are you, right? Who? Me. Mize. Who are you? Right? All of us. Tell me who painted, I'll tell you if I'm excited about it. Tell me who made it, I'll tell you, right? Tell me who is it? We all want to know. If I know who it is, I might think differently, right? So a person can fall into a thought that who do you think you are and who is that person? We, like others, if you flip the word me, you get the word yam, which is ocean, the sea, right? Yam. Now we know that the sea represents the endless world. But what is mean for us, who and what is the situation or the people around me? It's endless. It's an ocean of possibilities. It's an ocean, definitely ocean of situation that needs to occur for you to experience or to stand in front of that individual. You know what needs to happen for two people to meet? So many reasons and so many decisions. Even to bring you to study this class or to be a student of Kabbalah, you know what it took? I know for me, I'm thinking about what it took from the Creator to bring me to study Kabbalah and to start deciding to do that. Right? Millions of decisions. Small decisions, of course. Or even, we're not talking about even just this. Many tests, many fallings, to make a situation happen. Or let's say, for example, when you look at your boss, as your girlfriend, as your wife, as your husband, do you know who they are? Do you know how many lifetimes that you coming and going with that individual? Yam. Who are you? It's an ocean of reasons that brought that person to my life right now. This situation right now, it's an ocean of reasons and decisions and tests and trials to bring that moment happen. Reincarnation of situation. That's what's standing in front of you. Miyata, Omed. Omed is standing in front of, standing, Omed, stand. If I don't have that consciousness that I just spoke about it until now, what happened? I'm not Omed. Omed is standing. You switch the word Omed to Moed. Moed is tripping or falling. If you don't have that consciousness of who you're standing in front of, you're falling. You fell. You fell, and then from that moment, there is lack of trust, fear, insecurity, and doubts. I'm not sure about that person. I'm not sure about, about the community. I'm not sure about my teacher. Not sure about the. I'm not sure about the Rabbi. I'm not sure about the whole Zohar thing, right? You're standing in front of the Zohar, right? And sometimes you don't even see who you're standing in front of. So let's see. Because this consciousness can literally change the entire world if we will see and we will understand and we will have the consciousness of who I'm standing in front of. Even the most evil person. Someone was sitting with me and anyway, they were hungry. So they ordered food. I'll tell you, this is an amazing understanding here, right? Because, so anyway, they ordered food, and then it was a cold, late night, right? And nobody wants to go out and drive and go get food, right? So they call in Uber Eats, whatever they call them, right? All the delivery system, right? So the person came all the way to the door, all the way to this. The person sits, put the food, here is the money, thank you so much. After the person left, my friend says, I'm so starving, man. Wow. And he eats the food and he says, oh, I'm so happy that guy were, going out to work in a cold night like that. Right? Think about it. Then it clicked to me, right? Because, how long the meeting lasts? Less than a minute. The guy came, put the food. But the appreciation for the fact, even if I pay him, doesn't mean that even if you pay anybody, they will go get you the food. Ask your friends next to you, by the way, I give you $5. Can you go get me the food? I'm not moving $5, For 500 maybe, right? So then, okay, I pay you, just go, right? But you still, even if you pay, you still appreciate that the person decide to go, right? The revelation is important. Not about how long it took and who is the person, right? Sometimes we call in customer service, or we are going to these government offices, There's a woman pick up the phone, right? And you don't get the service that you want. And the woman trying to help you, but all what you want to do is like lashing at her and telling her how the company is bad and how she doesn't understand you and she doesn't get it and da. If you would know that you're talking to a lady that she's now a little bit in retirement, but she have to go back to work because she need to feed her child because she's a single mom and she can't pay the bills because the ex left and doesn't really pay, right? And she's every day going to 3 different jobs and still does on the side some customer calls, to provide some service for you. Yeah, she getting paid for that, doesn't matter. But if you would know that you're talking to this lady who's making so much effort for you to get service, maybe, you will know a little bit differently. Maybe you will talk a little bit differently, right? Or she's helping this girl who works for the company and all what she does is she want to pay her mom mortgage. Because her mom is old and the father left with somebody and took a mortgage and left her with a mortgage and blah, blah, blah stories. And this little kid is 20 years old and she working hard because she want to help her mom pay the mortgage. Do you know that? Or the girl who serve your coffee, she working hard so she can send money to her mom and her father to feed the entire family in some third world country. How do you look at that girl now? How do you talk to them? We're young, we're busy, I don't have time, just give me what I want, I don't care about all of those things. When you want something, you can forget everybody. Your mom, your dad, your teacher, nothing is matter anymore. You got what you want, who cares is the person? But when you need something and you cannot find that, everybody walk, oh yeah, please, just help me, just put one like. Yeah, but when you have millions and millions of likes, who cares who put the like? When you have 2 likes, who are the people, right? We forget something. What do we forget? We forget that the person who fixed or shine your shoes, or the shoemaker, right? Or the person who cut your hair, or the person who designed your home, or the person that took you as a driver, right? Your Uber or whatever, the taxi driver, or the plumber, or the electrician that comes, or the builder, or the artist that you around you, right? They don't know that the Creator put the thought in their mind, you're going to be a plumber. You're going to be a hairdresser. You're going to be a taxi driver. They think it's their own thought. They think they came up with that concept. They think that they decided to go work in a bank. If, of course, all the extensive industries, job descriptions, niches of type of niches that everybody have different niche, right? In businesses sometimes. It's simply the Creator wants to give me more. Back then, the plumber was the builder was the electrician, right? Called boy, everything you do together. Everything. You know, you take a dish soap, you wash your hair, and then you wash your body with the same thing you wash your... Again, I'm not just kidding, but back then it was one thing for everything, right? When, you know, it wasn't like a different thing for different things and this and that. Now we have many job description. Many different, within that job there is a sub-level job, right? Why? Just to indicate how much the Creator cared for us to create an extensive, many ways for us to be served. And many ways for us to serve others. You know, the guy who made that cup, he's not making all cups. He makes in plastic cups, he doesn't make the paper cup, right? How do we using that consciousness? What do we need to use in this consciousness? Now again, this is a practice thing that I want you to do. So right now, you have many people who are serving, or if you need something to be fixed, you have to call to that specific person and so forth. Let's say for an instant, take all the things that I just spoke about, and we're going to take away one thing. All the jobs that you can ever remember that people served you, the customer service, the person who fixed the button in your shirt, the person who saw that, the person who even created a string, the person who put the belt together, who saw the belt, the person who made your phone case. Many jobs. Take one thing away. Money. Transaction. Take that away. Now what you experience. Think about it. No transaction. No transaction. The cab driver just driving in the city. Anyone who lifts their hand, he stops, taking them. The cab driver, he's thirsty. He stop on the side, goes to the store, go to the refrigerator, take a drink, and drink. He's hungry, goes to a restaurant. What would you like to eat? He eats and goes. The waiter in the restaurants go back home. He goes to the grocery stores, go grocery, come back home. The grocery store owner goes to the restaurants or want to eat over there, right? The restaurant's owner needs vegetables, go to the market, right? The farm. Everybody gives to everybody without any transaction, any calculations. Think about it for a second. Think about it for a second. Now again, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Because imagine, how would you look at the people who now coming and pick up the garbage when you sleep? Or early in the morning, at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, I see them picking up the garbage, right? All what I'm thinking is, guys, why are you making so much noise? Or what am I thinking? they can close the door with his garbage bag, with his spreading smell in the street, right? Or look, they didn't collect everything, right? A lot of us. But if imagine you didn't pay for that. Imagine they will do it because they know that your house, you are a person that when they go and get grocery from. The only thing they can give you back is go pick up your garbage. Or the person who drives you, right? Or build your home, right? Build your home. Yeah, I want to build a home. I need a land and this. Yeah, you take, this is building, right? We know if you take the physical exchange, if you take that physical exchange or giving in return, right? Or in return, right away, our appreciation grown. Oh, you're doing it for free? You're doing it for, really? Wow, it's amazing, right? Our appreciation, our admiration for the other person who's doing it, for me, and for me only, because that's what they decide to do. They don't need anything from me, right? My appreciation, and also the way I do things. I will do it with more excitement because look all the people who are serving me and they nothing want from me. And my job is, I'm a great photographer. When they have a wedding, I'm every day go to weddings and parties and take photos. That's what I can contribute to this world, right? I don't know how to work the land. I'm not technology and I'm not computer engineer. So that's what I know. Okay. Do we need people to take photos? Yes. All of those things. Imagine if you take that transaction. How you going to be? Happier, more appreciated, and my actions will be much stronger. The consciousness of the person dictate his connection. If my consciousness is about gaining something, getting money, getting exchange, all of that eventually reduced connection. So therefore, Da lifnei mi ata omed. Know who you stand in front of. You know who we're standing in front of. Lifnei melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. We're standing in front of the Creator. Just take the transaction and you will see that the Creator created so many different jobs to serve me and to be served and to serve others. If you just take the money aspect or the exchange aspect and you just, all the entire world agree, we're just doing it for each other. That's it. 8 hours a day. Just everybody need to commit 8 hours a day. That's what you do. You just wake up in the morning, and then anything you need. You want a vacation, the plane will take you. The pilot, he needs to be paid. He needs to live somewhere. Okay, imagine. It's all the Creator telling them, you be a pilot, you be a sailor, you be this. You be the hair. You want a haircut? Okay, you be the hairdresser. That's what it is. The Creator inserted all of those thoughts into all of us, so we will have many, many ways to serve each other. Vayakel, gathering. Once you go into and checking who are you, why, how much you do, eventually now you lost it. You are disconnected, the hair size of a long. But if you understand, every single day, the person who built that table, it's the Creator. The person who poured the water for me, it's the Creator. Da lifnei mi ata omed. The person who bring me the food, it's the Creator. The person who bring me, the delivery, it's the Creator. Why, amazing, right? The person who built my home, but nothing to do with him, right? So, this connection, this is a consciousness, is unbelievable, because if the world will just accept No exchange, just love. Just love. I love what I'm doing. Tell me what you love to do. Just do it all day long and just give it. That's it. Right? Imagine I need to sit around, study a few hours, teach it. Study a few hours, teach it. Study a few hours, teach it. That's what I love to do. I love to study it. I love to share it. I love to help people with that. All day long. I don't need anything. Don't give me nothing. Right? But if I need to go to sleep, right? I'm going to the store, getting bed sheets and blanket. They give it to me. I go home. I sleep. When the bed sheets and the company have a problem or want to connect, he comes to me. No, it's no exchange. Only the things that we love to do, I just do it all day long. No money exchange as well. Only a connection to the Creator. I bring them service, they give me service. Right? No competition, no ego, definitely no attachments. Right? No bad. Everything is great and happiness. Everything I'm asking, the Creator is there. It's amazing. Just amazing. So, one day we're going to get there. One day it's going to happen when it's not about the money. It's not about the exchange. It's not about the competition or my ego. But for the love of what I'm doing. If you're part of the community, bring to the community what you love doing as well. Offer to the community what the Creator gave you. Bring more, not taking away. Nobody goes to the mikveh, take the water out of the mikveh. You going into the mikveh, you insert yourself in it and you immerse in it. This week, as we're working, as getting closer to Purim, this is another level of consciousness to know who I'm standing in front of. Da lifnei mi ata omed. Melech malchei malachim, the light of the Creator, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which means the Creator Himself, standing in front of you of every interaction that you have. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of the month. The new moon we enter to that. The second month of Pisces as well. Purim is coming, and please awaken that energy, study about it, prepare, know who you're standing in front of. It's funny because, anyway, we're going to speak about it more, but that was the story with Haman, right? We're going to speak about it in the Purim. Thank you so much. Have a rest of a beautiful week, and we'll see you soon.